Señor Jesús, en este momento te damos gracias por este servidor tuyo. We give you thanks, honor, and glory for this server of yours. May you keep him holy, may you protect him from all things that do not come from you, Lord. Que tú, Señor Jesús, lo proteja con tu manto, con tu preciosísima sangre, Padre Santo. Y que todas las palabras que él hable hoy sean ungidas por ti y llegue directo a nuestro corazón. That all the words that he speaks today are blessed by you, Lord, and that they may touch our hearts and our soul. We ask all this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hello? Okay, yes. I'm not that mean. I don't like lying, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't have a lot of options. Look, think of it this way: the truth hurts once, lies hurt every time you think of it, right? So, think about it. Now, when you lie, someone lies to you. Every time I'd offer it, but I don't have enough for the whole class, so I'm just gonna be selfish. Okay, so. St. Alphonsus Liguori said, young preachers should always write out their notes, because otherwise they will ramble. He didn't say it like that, he says it nicer than I do, but you know what I mean. So, you'll forgive me if I have my notes. However, can I move up? I'm sorry, Salomon, can I?
Yes.
Okay, because I can't. Okay, good. Wow. Much better. I can't, what is that? What is that? I'm trying to meet the people where they're at. I'm a bad man, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we began with a prayer, so I won't. What we're going to be looking at again is the theology of the body. Saint John Paul the Great, because might as well just get used to that, it's happening. So, and you know, he's declared a saint. The canonization ceremony just makes it legit, but he's in heaven, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that term, okay? Saint and the Great, because he really is. He was referred to that before almost he was dead. When he was sick and dying, they were already using the term the Great. So I might as well go ahead and use that. Juan Pablo el Magno, San Juan Pablo el Magno. El Magno porque el título ya se lo habían dado casi antes de la muerte, cuando estuvo enfermo. La caída del comunismo, la reformación de muchos de los gobiernos del mundo, el énfasis en la Madre Teresa y en la pobreza en el mundo, todo eso directamente por él. Y pues el título del Magno se le merece. You know, fall of communism, reformation of intergovernmental relations, the attention on the poor and on Mother Teresa's work were all directly attributed to him, and are directly. So, St. John Paul the Great had a wonderful work that he wrote from before he was Pope. Okay, I have a lozenge, so if it sounds funny, it's not because of me, it's the microphone system. Everyone's like, you sick? No, I'm alright, I'm good. I just have that because I'm a bad man. And I'm on my third cup of coffee, so I'm hopped up. So, this will slow me down. Okay, so he wrote this work really as a gift to the church about the theology of the sexuality and the differences of man and woman. Escribió esta obra como un regalo a la iglesia, pero también como una teología de la sexualidad y del hombre y de la mujer, y la diferencia y la interrelación entre ellos. If you can, read it. If you can't, get people who give talks based on it. That's not the same, but you can start from there, you know, because reading him is no joke. You have to read it out loud, like carefully and slowly, and 2 or 3 times, and then you kind of go, okay, one more time. And then, si pueden leerlo, léanlo. Si no, pues busquen a alguien que da charlas sobre ello. So, estamos mirando a otra parte de ella, el amor y la lujuria. El amor y la lujuria, la diferencia, entenderlos, la diferencia y cuál uno va a escoger. Love and lust. The meaning, the definitions, the definitions, which one are you going to choose, and really just their effects on our lives. Hay una cita tan increíble. There's a Saint Saint José María Escriva de Balaguer. Oh, just saying his name is like meat. It's like cursing. It's great. So, San José María Escriva de Balaguer. I love it. Just saying it is like good. Saint José María is a Spanish saint, and really a renewer of the church. And you know how good he is because they hate on him, you know? Yeah. And the more hate, that 9 times out of 10, because the better the dude. And this guy was no joke. This guy's a monster. I wake up and I get scared of this guy, okay? I'm in my bed and I think, he's looking at me. Because his writings are fantastic. And most wonderfully, 3 of his works are written, and they're only about 3 sentences or 2 sentences or even 1 sentence reflections. So that if you're busy, you're not too busy. You can read a sentence. So I sign that sometimes to some of the people I give. I try, right, I'm too busy. You're lying. Open that thing. But open it, you liar. You can read a sentence and a half. He smacks you once or twice and you close the book. And you have that for a couple hours. Él escribió para gente que tenía mucho que hacer, específicamente para jóvenes y jóvenes adultos. Y, para toda edad, pero especialmente para los que tenían mucho que hacer. Son 3 de sus libros, todos son increíbles, pero San José María Escriva de Balaguer, 3 de sus libros, este sacerdote los llena de 999 y uno lo escribió con 1000 y puso el punto número 1000 para que no digan que 999 tiene un nombre especial. Y se escribió ese. Pero con casi 1000 puntos de citas, de si acaso 1 o 2 citas, algo así, cortita. Algo bien corto, porque así el que tiene mucho que hacer puede leer una y sigue con su día. El que dice que no puede está mintiendo, él puede. So, this quote is, I've lived this quote. I've seen people do this to me, and I smile back. Purity, they ask, and they smile. They are the ones that go on to marriage with worn-out bodies and disillusioned souls. La pureza, te preguntan, y sonríen. Ellos son los que entran en el matrimonio con el cuerpo marchitado y el alma desilusionada. The truth is our world is so upside down that purity is seen as a negative. Nuestro mundo está tan boca abajo que la pureza se ve como algo negativo. There's always been evil in the world. The people are like, days are worse than before. Ignore those people. They're wasting your time. But everyone says that. Stop it. St. Augustine condemned that in the 400s. But the difference is, this is the first time that I can think of, and I've looked in history, where evil has the moral high ground. Evil was always there, but this is the first time where evil can look at good and go, oh, how dare you? Like, excuse me? But that's common now. You speak about chastity, well, excuse me? How dare you? Ugh, what's the matter with you? It's evil. Esta es la primera vez en la historia que yo he podido buscar, soy un poco de fanático con la historia, que puedo encontrar, siempre han habido males en el mundo, siempre han habido malos, pecadores. El que te dice que no, está viviendo en una ilusión, ignóralo, mejor. Porque discutir con gente así no vale, vas a gastar tu aire. Pero es la primera vez que yo puedo encontrar, o que he visto, que el pecado se comporta como si fuera mejor que la virtud. Miren a la persona que habla de la virtud como si ellos fueran malos. Usualmente el pecador es malo, sabe que tú estás bien, pero él no le importa. Pero solo es ahora que se elevan tanto que condenan al que habla de la verdad. Es algo nuevo, eso no lo he visto. And I've looked. Because I'm a history buff and I've looked and I can't find that in history. I've never seen that before. Even in ancient Rome, when Nero was in charge and insane, or Caligula, they knew they were wrong, they just didn't care, they were more powerful. But to look at themselves as if they were right, that's new. And that's heinous. And so they smile at you as if you're a child. And they're the ones who enter into marriage. And I feel sorry for the person they're marrying. Ellos te miran a ti como si tú eres el bobo. Pero en realidad, el que tiene que tenerle pena es el que se están casando con ellos. Porque cuando yo cojo algo, yo lo quiero nuevo. A mí me gusta las cosas gastadas. I go on eBay for like Latin mass stuff because they don't make it all the time, okay? I don't want no better ways to get out of here. Move along. But that's what their spouse gets. Like their father's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick a fight with you. I'm gonna kill your family. I'm like an old school bad guy in a movie. I'm gonna pick a fight with your family. I'm not gonna pick a fight with you. La realidad es que los que lo pagan son los esposos de ellos. Porque se encuentran y reciben algo usado. No solo en cuerpo, en alma. Bueno, vamos a mirar la diferencia. Ok, son las tres cosas que vamos a mirar, right? El amor y la lujuria. Buscar definir, buscar una explicación de qué son. Breve. Segundo, las consecuencias de la lujuria, los resultados. Y tercero, el amor mostrado a través de la castidad, o el amor en la castidad. We're going to look at three things. One, love versus lust, and kind of a definition of meaning and understanding. Two, consequences of lust. And three, loving through chastity. Okay? So before I begin, I should say something. Who am I to tell you what to do? I'm going to move around. Is this okay? Moving around a lot or no? No? Just say hot or cold. Okay, good. Okay. So, who am I to tell you what to do, right? What are you doing? You're not even married. True. Wrong, but true. I am married. I wear my ring around my neck, not around my finger, but I am married. My ring is around my neck. But, yeah, and by the way, whenever there's a fight, I'm always wrong in my marriage. Do you know what that's like? You're always wrong. Something's wrong in your marriage. You're always the jerk. There's no other chance. It's their fault. You're a jerk. Nothing, if I'm sad, it's because I'm a jerk. If I'm angry, it's because I'm a jerk. If I'm frustrated, feel alone, feel abandoned, it's because I'm a tool. There's no way it's anything but me. Do you know what that's like? Teaches you humility. So, let me explain who I am. Okay, pop quiz. I don't usually ask for volunteers in the audience because I don't care. But, I don't want to know your feelings. But it's true. No, but I'll break my rule. Okay, how many people are on a football team on the field at one time? So, raise your hand. Come on, Super Bowl the other day. Come on, seriously?
22.
22. Okay, that's correct and wrong, and you know why. Okay. Give me the other number. The less. 11. I like it. I like it. There are 22 because there are two teams, right? So that's how many people are on the field? If I'm asking, come out. Some of you must have been good students. Let's go. Come out. No?
The referees.
The ref. That's the guy who's dressed differently, who doesn't play, who's not part of either team. At his best, he's impartial. But he knows every single rule, better than the players. And everybody stops, shuts up, and listens. You may not like his call, but it is law. And on the Super Bowl, they have a bunch of refs, right? But there's one ref you listen to. You never notice? There's 10 refs walking around. I think it's like 6. By the way, they get Super Bowl rings. So what's that? I have a life mission. Because I ain't gonna play in the Super Bowl. But I can do ref. I can do that. They get a ring. Did you know that? I didn't know that. They get a ring. Of all of the refs, though, there's only one you listen to. He's got the white hat. Look again. You'll see them all get together. Black hat, black hat, black hat, black hat. Oh. And that's the guy you listen to. Well, the guy who dresses differently, the guy who's not on either team, who at my best is impartial, who you may not like what I say, but I know more than you. And everything I say is law. Whatsoever you bind on earth is bound in heaven. So, I'm your ref. I will help you. You're not gonna like it. I don't care. I'm there to make sure the game is played well. Because if you don't listen, people get hurt. People lie. There are injustices, and there's confusion. Cuando se juega el fútbol americano, por decirlo así, I don't like saying that, whatever, football. So, cuando se juega, hay 11 hombres en cada equipo, son 22 hombres que están jugando a la vez. Hay otros que están ahí sentados, están mirando bien, pagándole, pero los 11 que están jugando. Pero no hay 22 hombres todo a la vez, porque el árbitro tiene que estar presente. Sin el árbitro no juega. Y si hay un equipo de árbitro, todavía hay uno que está encargado, el que tiene la gorrita blanca. La próxima vez que lo vean, mírenlo bien. Él lleva la gorrita blanca. By the way, most sports have that. You know, you can look. They have something. You see one guy's in charge. El árbitro se viste diferente, no juega, no está en ningún equipo. A lo contrario, usualmente es imparcial. Y aunque no te gusta lo que él dice, la palabra de él es ley. Yo sé la verdad. Es el trabajo que se me dio. No lo quiero, se me dio. Y ay de mí si no lo hago. Y pues por lo tanto mi trabajo es que me he visto un poco diferente. No estoy en ninguno de los dos equipos, ni ninguno de los equipos. A lo contrario, lo mejor es cuando soy imparcial. Pero sé todas las reglas. Y aunque no te guste, tienes que ponerme atención. Porque si no, hay heridas, hay mentiras, hay injusticias y hasta hay confusiones. ¿Verdad? Boxing. I'm not supposed to like boxing, but I do. I can like junior boxing or amateur boxing because it's for points. Professional boxing is slightly immoral because the point of the thing is to hurt someone until they can no longer function. Morally speaking, that's a little bit shady. So I don't watch it anymore, pro boxing. I watch junior punks with little helmets and, you know, they're right, whatever. It's not the same, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, in boxing, same thing. He's there, you see the famous picture of Muhammad Ali standing above, you know, above one of his adversaries, or the other one of Muhammad Ali on the floor, and Joe Frazier standing. And if you look at all the pictures of that fight, you'll see one dude in a blue shirt going like this. That's his job. And the boxing match does not begin or end without his word. And if he stops, even the judges, he goes, stop, take a point off for what he just did. They have to listen. They have no choice. He is God insofar as the boxing world is concerned for those 3 minutes between rounds. But during rounds. For the minute between rounds, he decides if the next round starts. And at the end, doesn't matter what the judges say, it's when he holds up your hand and says you win. So if you like it that way, you can look at boxing. That's fine. Si te gusta el boxeo, el árbitro en el boxeo también manda todo. Está vestidito diferente. Si miran los retratos, siempre hay uno. Miren los retratos de toda la competencia de boxeo y vas a ver el que está con la camisita azul y está parado ahí. A veces hacen su saludo a la cámara. You know, that's a famous ref. Ellos hacen su forma y todo va y comienza y termina con la palabra de ellos. Pues igual, el trabajo del sacerdote es eso. Es de ayudar con las reglas. Y el que no le gusta está bien, pero las reglas se quedan. Y si no lo sigue, eventualmente alguien sale herido. So, ¿qué vamos a mirar? Vamos a mirar al amor. Ok, so first things first. El amor no es nada como esa estúpida canción. El amor es fuera. I want to burn whoever made that alive. I'm not a good person. You know, people like believe it and then they're like, okay. Esa canción es incorrecto. Eso habla de la emoción. So, cuando se habla del amor, hay una emoción que se le pone el título del amor. No estoy hablando de eso. Es más, no me interesa. Porque las emociones te llevan para un lado que no deben, a veces. Eso llegamos después. Estamos hablando de la decisión. El amor es una decisión. Santo Tomás de Aquino me encanta, siempre, desde que lo aprendí, siempre me ha gustado esa definición. Buscar el bien del amado. Es sencillo, medio frío, porque él era medio frío, intelectual, pero lo dice así. San Juan Pablo el Magno es decidir a proferir de una manera constante el bien de las personas que yo amo. La misma cosa, pero de una forma más linda, más pastoral. What is love? Well, first, it's not the song. There's a bunch of songs in English, so I could totally play this in a lot of ways. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Did I just rickroll everyone? Oh, did I just do that? What is love? Yeah, I can rickroll all of you. Okay, so, you don't know what that is? Too bad. Okay, so, these little kids go back to class. So, I'm not talking about the emotion of love, and frankly, I don't care because emotions are dangerous. They come and go. Be very careful. We'll get to that later, but emotions come and go. We're talking about the decision. We're going to look at two definitions of love, but really the proper one to look at. Because the one I'm going to give you later is from a philosophy teacher I had. He's a great guy, but the proper definition of love is, Aquinas says it, St. John Paul the Great said it. Both very similar. Love is to look for the good of a beloved. Aquinas, in that awesome, cold, clinical way, boom, he defines it as one idea. St. John Paul the Great defines it a little more beautifully, a little more floridly, to decide to look for, in a constant way, the good of those whom I love. That's a little more nice, it's a little prettier, you know? And that's fine, either one is great. Those are perfect definitions of love. To look for the good of the other person, buscar el bien del otro. La lujuria no tiene que ver nada con el otro. Lust, on the other hand, has nothing to do with the other person. At all. What do you mean, Father? Nothing to do with the other person. Lust is purely self-centered. Lust is purely self-centered. Lust is, I want to use someone for something. Bunch of guys standing on the corner. Know what I do to her? They don't care about her. Her hopes and dreams. Her joys. That she flunked out of this class and she's trying to get to another class. The less they know, the better. La lujuria se enfoca completamente en uno mismo y se trata de que yo haría para mí. Los chamacos que se paran en la esquina, mira esa, yo le haría. I've been on Instagram, I've been on Twitter. I don't know if I like that decision. I have not friended anyone. I refuse to, because I'm there to look. I'm never going to put anything on either one. I don't know if it's the best decision I've ever done, because the comments people put on that stuff is amazing. I thought Facebook, no wonder Facebook got calmer. I was like, Facebook toned down. Now I know why. All the freaks went somewhere else. All my sheep run over there like a shepherd. I have to chase them. Hang on. I'm like, this valley's cool. What's that? And I gotta go over there and follow them. I'm not decided yet. I haven't. Pero los comentarios que uno ve en Twitter, on their TwitPics or in Instagram, Dios mío. Le escribo like the woman can read this. I'm like, I know she can read it. I mean, come on. The comments they put, what I would do to you. Good Lord. ¿Creen que a ellos les importa los deseos, la tristeza, la alegría, el futuro de ella? Que su hermanita siempre le pide que la amarre los gavetes en los zapatos. ¿Tú crees que le importa eso? Nada. El amor es completamente guiado hacia la otra persona. La lujuria es completamente guiada hacia lo que yo puedo hacer que la otra persona me dé a mí. Love is completely oriented toward the other. Lust is completely oriented toward what the other can give me. Watch this. I'm gonna hurt you. Okay, ready? Once in a while I admit I'm a little bit far, but it's the truth, so I have to say it. Okay, so, pornography. Did you ever think, why isn't there just one porn magazine? One porn website with one picture? You never thought of that? Think about it. Just put porn, right? Maybe a website for those into dudes, a website for those into chicks. That's it, right? Do you know? I'm afraid to type the word porn into Google. I think my computer would explode, grow legs, and run away. Just run away. But I don't know how many porn websites there are. It's one of those things I don't want to know what will happen. Why? And why do they update? Why do they change? Why isn't there one edition of Playboy? Think about it. She's hot today, she's going to be hot tomorrow. You know why? Because psychologists have realized that people who look at porn eventually develop an attachment to the people in the picture, and eventually your mind, by itself, because you're doing something unnatural, puts in a storyline, creates a life for them, and therefore they become less attractive. What? The more they become a person, the less you can use them. So you just need another picture, and another picture, and another picture. And it goes on. That's why, the more human they become, the less it's good for porn. That's why. They have to do that. Even the little mini biographies they sometimes put, you know, she likes whatever, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's designed to just fit a generic thing. That's what they need it to. Because if you like the person as a human, you don't like them as a thing. ¿Por qué? Nunca se le ha ocurrido la idea, ¿por qué hay... ¿Qué número puedo usar? ¿Qué es el número más? Google is a number, right? ¿Qué es el número más grande? Multibillones de imágenes de pornografía en el internet. Mujer linda, punto y dicho. Porque hay que hacer constantemente nuevas. Constantemente. ¿Por qué? Es ilógico, si es que quiero mirar un retrato que me va a agradar. ¿Cuántas Mona Lisas hay? Hay que ver otra y otra y otra y otra y otra. Imagina eso. This is this week's Mona Lisa. Una Mona Lisa, why? Porque es una obra de arte, es una belleza. Y no hay que hacer otra. A lo contrario, hacer otra molesta. Sería un chiste. Pero en la pornografía los psicólogos han descubierto que después de un rato mirar a la pornografía, uno mismo, el cerebro de uno mismo, porque está haciendo algo innatural, usando a una persona como una cosa, el cerebro mismo lo empieza a personalizar, a darle una personalidad, un cuento, una vida. Y con eso, concurrentemente, baja la atracción sexual. ¿Por qué? Porque la estamos usando como una obra, como un objeto, perdona, no como una persona. O sea, al empezar a verla a ella como una persona, no trabaja en la imagen. Entonces tengo que buscar otra, y otra, y otra, y otra. Por eso la pornografía sigue. Porque es que cada vez que ya la han visto 2 o 3 veces, ya no pueden mirar la otra. Algunos, si la adicción es tan mala, una vez verla y ya la segunda vez no quieren verla. But the thing is your own brain says, So after a while it fills in. It makes it a person. Because you want it to be a thing. As long as it's a thing, you're good. Once it becomes a person, it kills you. We'll talk about abortion in a bit, because totally all about that, by the way. Euthanasia, abortion, totally all about that. We'll get to that later. So, cuando uno mira la pornografía, sigue siendo un objeto la persona, y lo cambia antes de que se vuelva una persona. Love does not look for its own. La lujuria siempre busca a sí mismo. El amor no busca para sí mismo. But lust always looks for its own. I just flipped that on you, sorry. English, Spanish, Spanish, English. You'll be alright. Don't worry, we're going into this more. El amor y la diferencia en el amor y en la lujuria, tratar. El amor es paciente. El tiempo no le molesta al amor, a lo contrario, el amor se pone más fuerte. ¿Nunca han visto un hombre que le negó a la mujer casarse con él? Vuelve otra vez. Vuelve otra vez. Vuelve otra vez. Él sigue, voy a ir. Sí, es amor. Love is patient, lust is not. Love actually gets stronger with distance and time. You ever catch a guy, poor chum, who asks a lady to marry him and she says no? He's like, what about now? What about now? What about now? Now? Like he wants it. And it's gonna get worse. He's gonna show up with flowers and then with, incense and midgets and I don't know, a projector and skydivers. It's gonna get worse every time because he's gonna figure out, all right, cool, I got this. It's gonna happen. Ask. You'll come across that story millions of times. The first time you hear it, you're like, oh. The second time, you're like, Third or fourth time, oh, okay, I know how this works. Por eso es que el hombre sigue y sigue y sigue. El amor se pone más intenso con tiempo, no menos. El amor espera y no le molesta el límite si tiene que esperar. Se quedan esperando. Está bien, pues esperamos. Pero eventualmente lo voy a lograr. ¿Nunca han visto una madre que trata de tener un niño? Ella sigue. Ella sigue. Y sigue. Y sigue. Y sigue. Ella no le molesta. Sigue. La lujuria no espera. O pone un límite. Las muchachas, ¿cuántas veces yo he hecho dinero? Ya dejé de hacerlo hace unos años, tengo que empezar otra vez. Yo hacía una apuesta con la gente que me decían que yo tengo sexo y yo soy libre. Pues yo le digo, no, el sexo te atrapa, te encadena. No, yo tengo el sexo fuera del matrimonio y yo soy libre. So, yo hacía dinero y yo colectaba, just so we're clear. Para estar claro. Y lo que yo le decía, está bien, tú tienes sexo en tu relación, sí. ¿No estás casada? Sí. ¿Y tú eres libre? Sí. Ok, vamos a hacer una apuesta, $100. Ok. Si en 30 días tú no tienes sexo, yo te doy $100. Si lo tienes, me das 100. Padre, ¿cómo te vas a...? Bueno, vamos a ser adulto aquí. Mentira no va. I used to make this bet regularly with people. I would bet them, put your money where, it's not your mouth, whatever. Put your money where, whatever is. And I would bet people. I used to make money. I haven't done it in a while. I don't know why I'm getting... Age has softened me. I used to make money off people. They would say, I'm free, I have sex outside of marriage, but I'm totally free with my relationship. Cool. Let's talk money. $100. 30 days, no sex. No sex for 30 days, I'll give you $100. Sex before then, you give me $100. How do you know? Let's be adults, let's be honest. Gentleman's code. The one rule is you can't tell your spouse. You're free, so you don't need any help. You're free. You do what you want. You're free. I want to stay up tonight. I stay up. I'm free. I could do that. I wouldn't. I have to wake up and be up. It's a weird night for me. Anyway, but I could, right? I'm free and it's mine. I can do what I want. You're free. Fine. One rule. Can't say anything about it. I never lost. Never lost. And I would make sure to use the money for something stupid that they knew about. Because you give it to charity, they're going to feel good about it, and I want them to feel bad. I want to hurt them. Because when you're hurt, you change. So I want to hurt them. I want them to... So I use literally, I'm like, I bought pizza. Don't know. I left it in the rectory. Whoever came, whatever group showed up, had pizza. On purpose. Because I don't want that. Because I want them to show what a waste their decision process is. So if I give it to charity, right? If I give it to the church, that's no good. I need to make sure they feel bad. Stupid. You wasted this money. I walked up to a homeless person, handed him, what? I don't care what's in mine. No, yo nunca perdí esa apuesta, ni una vez de todas las veces que lo hice, ni una vez. La única regla era, no le puedes decir a tu ser querido. Tiene que dejar de tener sexo, relaciones, nada, sin decirle nada. $100. Nunca perdí. Y gastaba el dinero de una forma estúpida. Para que lo supieran, para que se sintieran mal. Pero padre, no, si se lo doy a la monjita, ellos van a decir, anyway, se lo di a la monjita. No, yo le doy de mi dinero a la monjita, pero el tuyo lo voy a gastar. A cualquier cosa, I don't care, the first thing that happened. Here you go. I didn't care. Because that way they could see how stupid their decision is. They're not free. You lost, and I want you to feel like you lost. So you'll change. El amor, y cuando te dicen por qué perdieron la apuesta, you know, every single time, well, the ladies, guys were like, who couldn't help it? Lack of control. Los hombres perdían no podían controlarse. Pero las mujeres, siempre, every single time, cada vez, ¿por qué me va a dejar? I win. You're stupid. Give me your money. Because he's going to leave me. You're a fool. Thank you. I'll take your money. I want them to feel stupid, because then they'll say, wow, I'm getting chumped by this guy. That's a good thing. And if I can be just a small part of their shame, well, I mean, I'll sacrifice for the Lord. El amor no es celoso. Pero la lujuria siempre está comparando. I told you I was going to hurt you. Love is not jealous, but lust is always comparing. You see what she looked like? I look like that? If I can get to the guy, I will nudge him and say, run away. Come back tomorrow. Just go. I'll figure it out. Just go. Why is there comparison? What does it matter? You doubt. Guess what? El amor no tiene duda. In love there is no doubt. Pero en la lujuria siempre hay duda, siempre hay duda, siempre hay duda. But in lust there is always doubting, always wondering. Why? Because you're struggling to keep them satisfied. They're not giving you anything. You're struggling to keep them satisfied. So you better keep them more satisfied in the next cat. En la lujuria, ¿por qué hay duda? Porque siempre hay que trabajar para mantener a la persona satisfecha. Pero en el amor, yo no me intereso en que ellos estén satisfechos, ellos están interesados en satisfacerme a mí. Trabaja porque los dos son así. Just some of you are like, huh? Los dos son así. So no hay duda de que yo no puedo darle lo que otro puede darle. Porque no hay otro que se compara conmigo. El amor no es ni orgulloso ni vanidoso. El amor entre dos personas no le importa si nadie lo sabe, no le importa si todo el mundo lo sabe. De ninguno de los dos. La lujuria le encanta mostrarse a otros que no son el amado. In love, there is no vanity, there is no pride. I don't care if everybody knows I love you, I don't care if nobody knows I love you. But in lust, it's always about showing yourself better than everybody who's not the beloved. Why? Who cares? In love, it doesn't matter. Love is about the one person and that's it. I could care less. No one compares. So why do I care? But in lust, it's all about comparison. En el amor no le importa la opinión de los otros. Pero en la lujuria, buscan verse bien al frente de los otros. ¿Cuántos caen? ¿Cuántas mujeres? Sorry, it's gonna be me. ¿Cuántas mujeres caen para nada más ser otro nombre en la lista de un hombre para buscarse estatus? They don't know that. They're gonna change it. Give me a second. Let me know how that works. How many women fall and they just end up another name on a guy's list? Bragging rights. I won't get into it, but I was training to be a dark Jedi once. I changed. I turned into light. But I remember my training and it's helped me. It has. It helped me. Because I know the bragging that goes on. I do. You're just another name on the list. Just literally, that's it. That's all you have to say. But it's status for a man. Yeah. That's it. No words. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Just a nudge. That's it. An eyebrow lift. But your guys know who they are. Your guys know what you mean. I mean, the guys know. They're like, ha ha. That's how easy it is. Because it's about comparing to others. People who say, well, young people, really younger, I hope they're really young, come to me and say, well, I don't want to be a virgin because it's embarrassing. I said, all right, so if you could have sex but never tell anyone, you wouldn't mind. Well, I mean... So, what does that sound like? St. Paul. San Pablo. El amor jamás no tener envidia, ni ser presumido, ni orgulloso, ni grosero, ni egoísta. Es no enojarse, ni guardar rencor. Es no alegrarse de las injusticias, sino de la verdad. Tener amor es sufrirlo todo, creerlo todo, esperarlo todo, soportarlo todo. That's St. Paul. What I just gave you was St. Paul. Love is patient and kind. It does not jealous or conceited or proud. Love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Love is not happy with evil, but is happy with truth. Love never gives up. Its faith, hope, and love, and patience never fail. I just gave you St. Paul. I didn't do anything amazing. I just read that to you. That's it. El amor como una emoción viene y va. So, el problema es que si uno no empieza a decidir cuál quiere, se va a dejar llevar por la emoción. El problema es que las emociones entran y salen y nos llevan a hacer cosas que no debemos. The problem is you have to learn how to decide the difference between the two because the emotion of love will carry you along. And when it runs out, you're left somewhere. And you're stuck. Why? Well, because the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is using the other. And so the emotion, they make me feel good. That's the same thing. You're still using. I'm sorry. You're still using. So you have to stop and say, I don't have to use anyone to make me feel good. By the way, the fundamental to this is because I know I'm loved by God. You have that so that you don't need somebody to make you feel special. Por decirlo, supongo que lo saben ya, pero es porque se supone que uno se siente amado por Dios. Uno necesita a otro que lo haga sentirse bien. ¿Me entienden? Pero cuando tengo ese amor y lo sé, tengo un valor por mí, por existir, pues yo no necesito a alguien que me haga sentirme mejor. So ya puedo, me desencadeno. El amor de Dios es lo que rompe la cadena. Viene de ahí. Cuando falta, siempre es algo ahí que falta primero. So, por ejemplo, las mujeres usan el amor, el sexo, perdona, porque ya no estamos hablando del amor, la lujuria. El sexo para conseguir amor, atención, cariño, es para algo físico, para sentirse querida. El hombre lo usa para la satisfacción y para el estatus. Y los dos lo usan para el poder. Got it? Women use women use sex to feel loved, to get attention, to get caresses, to hold hands, all that physical stuff. Men use, a little more straightforward. Men use sex for satisfaction, and both use sex for power. I don't like what he did. No sex for him, power. Just in case ladies didn't catch that one. Y'all thought y'all was slick? What you looking over here? So, si la relación está basada en la lujuria, les digo que hay un reloj. Solo hay un reloj hasta que se termine. You base your relationship on lust, it's fine. It's just a matter of time before it ends. It will end. There's not a question, there's not a doubt. Because it will only run out so long. What did I tell you about porn? They'll get bored with you eventually. So, I'm like, cool, that's your relationship? Cool, I'll wait you out. I'll be here. No, I'm alright. I'm a patient man. That's why I grow a beard. I'll wait. I know you can do it. I have time. It'll happen. And when it does, you're on your own. Then you'll cry, then I can fix you. Sorry, it's true. En la lujuria es un tiempo, es solo un tiempo, es como la pornografía. Se van a enzorrar con uno eventualmente. Se van a cansar. Y cuando se cansen, te dejan. Cuando te dejan, tú lloras. Cuando tú lloras, tú vienes donde mí y yo te arreglo. Pues en vez de gastar mi energía y el aire, hay un árbol en Brasil trabajando mucho, gastando aire.
Cuando yo te voy a tratar de explicar, dale para adelante. Te vas a caer y cuando te caes, yo te mejor. Pues vas a poner la atención. Es la verdad. No, padre, no es así. Ok, ¿cuánta gente después de un dolor del amor es que buscan de Dios? Después de tratar de vivir la vida linda, es que dicen, ¿qué yo hice? Y después buscan de Dios. You think I'm being mean, right? Not realistic? Okay, how many people come to God after they tried something what they thought was better, fell down, and then come back? God is your nicest friend. Would you take your friend doing that? Hey, listen, good friends, I could do better, so I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Bye. 2 weeks later shows up, homeless, dirty, and broke at your door. Hey, buddy, I tried, it didn't work. Can you take me back? God says, yes, he's your best friend. Next time somebody tells you, I don't believe in God because he's mean. Oh, I don't know who they're talking about. The God I know is so nice, he lets you back in, gives you blue clothing, right? Puts a ring on your finger, sandals on your feet, and slaughters the fatted calf. Luke 15. He makes sure you feel good. Not only that, you're elevated right to his rank. You are one of the family again. So God is nice. People are like, God is mean, that's why I can't do stuff. No, he's nice because he takes you after you do it. Who does that? God is kind. ¿Qué son las consecuencias? En la lujuria, la consecuencia es que como en este mundo se busca la utilidad, lo mejor, pues ¿qué pasa? Las mujeres caen en cintas antes del matrimonio. Hay aborto, madre soltera, enfermedades sexuales, depresión, divorcio, pobreza, niños sin padres, promiscuidad. Es una lista pequeña. Do you understand AIDS would not exist if the world were chaste? Let's sit with that one for a second. What's the result of lust? Let's just sit for a second. AIDS would not exist if everyone was chaste. Pause. Smart mouth in the back says, what about transplants? Fine, that person would die with AIDS, but that's it. Anybody else? What about eating the rhesus monkey and that's how some people got it? Fine, they would die, it wouldn't spread. AIDS would not exist. Think about that for a second. Next time someone says, it's old-fashioned and science, we don't need religion. Tell them AIDS. If they don't get it, then don't talk. They're stupid. Just don't. Go find one of the Franciscans. They'll talk to you. They're nicer. I'm like, dumb people. No. Don't touch me. You're wasting air. Use it on mine. Don't touch me. But that's what it is. It wouldn't exist. Think about it. El SIDA no existiera. ¿Cuántas enfermedades no existieran? Motherless children, fatherless children doesn't exist. When you're bored, I'm going to give you 2 things to Google today. 1, fatherlessness and the results on the economy. Or fatherlessness and its result on graduation rate. Or just effects of fatherlessness. I'm going to hear you from Yonkers when your mind explodes. How important it is. You're going to see the statistics. Rich families have a fatherless child, grow up and end up poor. Had a smart mouth tell me, no, it's finances. Look it up. We would have no fatherless children, or almost none. What? Except for horrible accidents, war. Think about that. Think about graduation rates affected by fatherlessness. No abortions. Piensa en las cosas, búsquenlo. El efecto de no tener padre cuando se cría. Búsquenlo a sí mismo, con quien sea. I don't care what research company you use. I win every time. I only make bets, I always win. Esa es la primera cosa. The other thing I'll tell you in a minute. ¿Y cómo se cambia? Juan Pablo el Magno dijo, el hombre tiene el trabajo, el hombre tiene el trabajo de defender la dignidad de la mujer. Blessed John Paul the Great said, man has the work of defending the dignity of women. That's his job, his task, to defend the dignity of women. Think about that. I would add, because I'm not John Paul the Great, but I'm John Paul, so it works. So, I would add women, because I said so, women have the power to demand dignity from men. La mujer tiene el poder de exigir la dignidad del hombre. What? That's absurd, Father. Look up Eleanor of Aquitaine, and then I will take your apology. All the rules of chivalry you know were created by a woman. Just created.
King Arthur in his story, she found it, she liked it, added chivalry into it, said, see, it's ancient. Look her up. Leonora de Aquitania, búsquenla. Toda la regla. Now they say, well, we're not sure. Yeah, but everything sure showed up right around when she was. She was Queen of France, Queen of England, so it works. She was Queen of France, Queen of England. So she had a really good way of spreading it because she's queen. Queen consort, you know, because she was from another country, whatever. She pulled it off. Women have that power, they just don't use it. Chumpism is a bad disease. Being a chump, sorry. La bobería es una enfermedad y se ha pasado de persona a persona. Porque las mujeres tienen un poder pero no lo usan. No, pero... Okay. I'll wait. When the guy, I'll pick you up. Don't worry, go ahead. Hasta que uno lo exige. ¿Qué es ser hombre? ¿Qué te hace un hombre? Gentlemen, what makes you a man? Don't answer. Don't want to hear it. Talk to them. Sex. A lot of guys think having sex for the first time, having a man's body, facial hair, things like that. Having women, having power. Your age, right? I'm 18, I'm a man. Money. Ladies, a lot of you are not marrying men. It's disgusting. You're marrying a large children. That's on you. That's on you. What you thought you was gonna get a beating? Everybody gets one. Get some of this. Caballeros, ¿qué hace un hombre un hombre? A los hombres, a los caballeros. El sexo, tener sexo, muchos creen. Tener el cuerpo de un hombre, barba, ¿verdad? Bigote. Tener muchas mujeres. Tener poder, tener la edad, ¿verdad? Llego a cierta edad, ya soy hombre. Tener dinero. Y las mujeres se están casando con niños, eso es una cosa sucia. Niños grandes, una enfermedad. Deben ponerlo ustedes en la cárcel. They're grande, nasty, inappropriate. But that's what you're marrying. What makes a man? Aristotle answered this. 300 years before Jesus, he answered this. He said, sacrifice. Sacrifice. The choice and the willingness to sacrifice yourself for any other good makes you a man. What? No. ¿Qué es ser un hombre? Aristóteles respondió, el filósofo, 300 años antes de Jesús, respondió, él dijo, el sacrificio. La decisión o la habilidad y el deseo de sacrificarte por algo más grande. Eso es ser hombre. Del sacrificio viene la lealtad, la valentía, ser responsable, el liderazgo, la perseverancia. From sacrifice, a man produces loyalty, bravery, responsibility, leadership, perseverance. What do we call someone who sacrifices themselves for their country? A hero when we build a monument. Think about it. Cuando uno se sacrifica por algo más grande que sí, decimos que es un héroe, le hacemos un monumento. Un hombre cuando es sacrificio para su familia. We call them a martyr if they make sacrifices for religion, and we call them a man if they make sacrifices for their family. That is the key, and women, you must demand that. You don't? Well, then you're the chump. You get what you pay for, and I don't want to hear it. Si la mujer no lo exige, la que sufre es ella. La estupidez es su propio castigo. La estupidez, perdón, es su propio castigo. Stupidity is its own punishment. It is. Al novio no se le puede dar el derecho de esposo. But it's true. Boyfriends do not get husband rights. That's how that works. And if you do, then what happens? He gets angry, annoyed, frustrated, and he expects it when you take it away. And that's nobody's fault but yours. But no, you opened and signed a contract. He's going, this is our contract. I bought you dinner. You're like, well, I want to change it. Oh. And then you have a problem. Cuando se enoja, cuando se confunde, cuando se frustra, cuando lo espera. Y una mujer le dice, no quiero. Y él dice, ¿por qué este es el contrato? No es un contrato escrito, es un contrato social. Adam Smith, right? Some of you get a little flashback from when you were in 5th grade. It's not a physical contract, it's a social contract. There's your Adam Smith, right? That's your flashback to school. Cuando se escoge el amor en la castidad, que es la única forma de tener amor.
Juan Pablo II dice, el hombre casto y la mujer casta son los únicos capaces de tener el amor verdadero. Para estar claro. John Paul the Great said, when only a chaste man and a chaste woman can have true love. Okay, so when you choose love, I'm assuming it's chaste. We're putting chaste to be nice to you, but chaste goes with love. When you have that, what happens? You get these desires that you can't answer, right? Father, why did Jesus give me these desires if I'm not supposed to act on them? Good question, son. When you go to combat, they don't hand you a rifle the first day you see an enemy. You shoot your foot and your friend, and all of you would die. They hand you a rifle weeks and months before you're ever going to see an enemy. Then they hand you live ammunition. You live and sleep with that thing. You have it on you at all times. It becomes part of your body so that when you actually go to combat, you are awesome. ¿Por qué Dios nos da el deseo de tener sexo, de tener relaciones sexuales antes de que podamos usarlo? Imagínense qué lindo sería el mundo si uno no sintiera esos deseos hasta que se casa. ¿Verdad? Perfecto. No. Al soldado no se le da el rifle el primer día que ve el enemigo. Se dispara el pie, se dispara el amigo. Like, oh man, you okay? Sería el error más grande. Se le da el rifle, lo duerme con ella, vive con ella, se acuesta con ella, hace todo con ella, se baña con ella para aprender a no mojarla. Después le dan las balas y hace todo otra vez con ella. Para que así cuando vea al enemigo, él lo puede matar rápido. Sabe usar el rifle. Dios te está haciendo un favor, darte el deseo y haciéndote negártelo. What? God is doing you a favor by giving you this desire and then making you deny it. You've heard the opposite, right? As makes perfect sense, right? Tell him to shove it next time you see him. Good. It's usually like a TV. Because you can say, no, he did that on purpose, that's a gift. He's helping you. Because if you ignore and you don't protect your chastity and your desires, you become deformed inside. El que ignora y no guarda y no cuida de sus deseos se deforma dentro de sí. Maybe you won't do anything on it, you won't act physically, but you're deformed inside. A lo mejor no hace nada terrible, pero se daña dentro. Chastity is to look for the good of the other. That means their spiritual good and their physical good. La castidad es buscar el bien del otro, incluyendo al bienestar espiritual. Por eso es que se aguanta, se controla, se disciplina a alguien. Te da un regalo, te da la integridad. Lo que dices es lo que haces y todo es bien, te da una paz. Chastity also gives you the gift of integrity. Because what you're saying is true and good, what you do is true and good, and you feel good about it, you have peace. El sexo es para hacer un regalo total. Pero eso se debe de dar cuando hay un compromiso total. Sex is made for, it's a total gift of self. But that should only be given when there's a total contract. When there's a total understanding. You don't like the word contract, but why? That's what it's called. The bond. The marriage bond. When it's fully there, then you get everything. That makes sense. You don't give somebody the keys to the house if they haven't paid rent. You want the car? Yeah. Where's the money? Sign it, sign here, co-signer. Here you go. That's how that works. Yes. Hay algo también, con la castidad hay algo nuevo que se da. You're giving something new, unused, different. It's special. But if you're giving something that others have had, then how is that person special? Prove it. I love this person, they're special to me. Prove it. How? La fidelidad en el matrimonio es otro regalo de la castidad. Pero esto es lo chévere. Estás siéndole fiel a tu esposo antes de conocerlo. Be faithful to your husband even before you've met him. Then you're faithful. Gentlemen, be faithful to your lady. I will, once I find her. Be faithful to her now. No one has gone to this point with me ever until I meet you. That's the best way to do it. Father, okay, very good. And last thing, promise. But I've already done it. I've already messed up. You know, I'm getting flags and I'm getting el chacal. They're going to come out and get me, but I can't finish. That was a bilingual joke. You like that? Okay, so, last thing, promise. What do you do if you did it? What do you do if you fell? What do you do if you messed up already? What do you do if you're in a great relationship and you might get married, but you're already sexually active? What do you do? See you next month. No. Come back next month. Bye. No. ¿Qué se hace si uno ha hecho el error? Si uno ha hecho errores. Primero, siempre se puede recomenzar. First, you can always start over. Never say you can't. That beautiful story that we heard about those young women starting their lives over in the Philippines after being abused. What makes it beautiful is that they're starting over. Not that they feel good about themselves, but that they feel good about themselves now after everything. That's what makes it amazing, and you always can. Siempre se puede recomenzar. Siempre se puede comenzar de nuevo. Primero. Segundo, una conversación. Hay que tener una conversación. Hay que hablarlo. Y la reacción de la persona es importante. Y la reacción de la persona te dice mucho. You have to have a conversation with that person, and you have to decide based on their reaction. Father, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying. You have to have a conversation with them. Be patient. This is big. This is out of left field as far as they're concerned. Be patient. But make your decision. Hay que ser paciente con ellos porque a lo mejor le parece algo increíble, imposible, del extraterrestre. Pero hay que hacer la decisión. Importa. Dile eso. Nunca haga trampa en las conversaciones. Mujeres. You know? Ladies, don't do tricks in the conversation. What do you feel about this? Huh, that's it. Let them know. I'm not playing. You're on the line. Then ask them the question. Give them a chance. Don't do that. Never give somebody a test they don't know they're taking. That's grimy. That's stank. Don't do that. Hay que decidir las cosas con comunicación. Talk and then make decisions based on your communication. Talk it out. It's possible. We can move. We can grow. Because they're your soulmate because they care for your soul. If they don't care for your soul, they're not your soulmate. Sorry. Come on. It's in the word. Right there. Soul. And then you have to put limits. Leonora de Aquitania. Then you have to put limits. Eleanor of Aquitaine. You say, okay, so this is what's going down. But be very slow when you answer me, because I'm not playing. You have to, because you have to do these things, because in the end, when you look at the definition of love and lust, when you look at the results of lust and the possibilities of love, there is no choice. It's easy, because that's what we want. Hay que mirarlo así, hay que tener esas conversaciones, bless you, porque si se mira a la definición, a una examinación de lo que es el amor y la lujuria, si se miran los resultados de la lujuria y los beneficios, las esperanzas que sale del amor, no hay una opción. Es algo necesario. Lo último. That was lo último. This is like commercial. Busquen en el internet la otra cosa para buscar. Hay un video en YouTube called The Economy of Sex, la economía del sexo. You know how the economy works, right? Supply and demand. Lo que se pide y lo que hay. Eso es lo que sube y baja el precio. El problema es que con las pastillas, los condones y la forma de evitar tener niños, se ha separado el jugar, por decirlo de una forma no tan cruda, y el matrimonio. Antes no se podía, porque de uno salía otro. Pero ahora que se ha dividido, crea dos economías. La economía de jugar, hay muchos hombres que quieren jugar, pocas mujeres. La mujer en el club puede decidir lo que quiere, porque hay 40 hombres, ella, él. Pero cuando llega el matrimonio, esa misma mujer se queda sola, porque hay muchas mujeres que están en esa economía y hay pocos hombres. El hombre decide, haz esto por mí. Maybe te caso. Es una economía. Y como se ha dividido el sexo del matrimonio, pues en esta economía hay muchos hombres, las mujeres ponen el precio. Pero en esta hay muchas mujeres que quieren casarse. Y hay pocos hombres. Los hombres ponen el precio. Why do you think you're waiting so long to get married? Because we messed up the economy. In the economy of fun times, there's a ton of men and a few women. So women call the shots in clubs. Why do you think ladies are free? Because you're pretty? Stop it, girl. Why do you think? I know some of you thought that. No. Sorry. What? I told you I was going to tell you the truth. Ladies are free in clubs because the economy is messed up. The economy of sex is what? There's a ton of guys who pay to get in a club. Lady walks in for free. because you're pretty, ain't because there ain't a lot of you. But because we separated sex from marriage through contraceptives and abortion, then in that economy, the economy of having a good time, there's a ton of men. So women call the shots. But when you want to get married, what happens? Ain't no men want to get married. Why? Because you've separated the two. Men before would be like, this is what we're doing. It's like philosophers said this. Okay? But in marriage, there's a ton of women who want to get married, very few men. So men call the shots. Do this for me, do this for me, do this to me, and then I'll decide if I marry you. What you gotta do is ladies all join in and say, no. That's how you break an economy. You know that, right? Everybody agrees, we set in the price. And then all of a sudden, price moves. Well, we can't do that, Father. It's all the women around the world. All right, well, you know, you're gonna have to make your choices then. This is when we play football. You put on the helmet and you figure it out. Life's tough, wear a helmet. So you figure it out. You set those boundaries early on, and you already put yourself off one market and into another one. If you don't, well, he's gonna leave me. Cool, you want him to. You want him to. Because he would have made you jump through hoops, and then he would have decided, maybe I can get a better price from over there. You're better off setting your price nice and high. Whatever I want to buy it, that's okay. Let him go. But I feel lonely, that's okay. Better lonely than left. Bueno, I'm going to finish. How about I ask you to stand. Sorry. En nombre del Padre, y del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Señor, danos la luz para conocer tu voluntad y la fuerza para cumplirla. Amén. Amén.